This place is absolutely incredible. But anyway, welcome to part 17 of Lost in Europe. We're in Matka Canyon in Macedonia. Come along for the ride as always, but first let's rewind. Let's go! Alright, so we've just got out the taxi. How cool is that? It's like a 1970s, maybe 80s, I don't know. But so it cost us about 700 dinar, which is just under £10 to take the three of us to the start. We were going to get the bus. I'll insert the timetables like here, but I'll perhaps also like leave a link to the website which I used for the information, because you can't get the bus, but it's a public holiday today, so we got the times wrong basically. But it's about 6:30 when nice and early. It's about a 30-minute drive. It's about an hour on the bus, I believe. But yeah, I mean, should be beautiful. Can't wait. Some nice views already. So let's get started. Right, I'm going to try not to fall off this big cliff and die. But pretty impressive already, isn't it? So the actual canyon, the shape of it is obviously natural, I'm assuming. But yeah, so they built this big dam and then all the water filled up. So I'm guessing before that there was no water, or maybe a little stream in the bottom. And you can see like the little canoes and kayaks and stuff over there. Yeah, so it looks like we're at the start already. And also it's free entry, which is absolutely insane. Like, how is stuff like this free? Never is. But yeah, so pretty cool. Anyway, let's get started. So thankfully we did decide to come really nice and early. It's about 7:15, and as you can see, we're the only ones here, which is amazing. But it is like it's a Wednesday, but it is a public holiday today. So I'd imagine it'll probably get quite busy. But that's the reason why the first bus, the one we thought was going to be here at 5:55, wasn't, because it's classed as like a weekend. But yeah, just coming through this little tunnel thing. So yeah, obviously I'd imagine on weekends and stuff it gets a lot busier. But generally if you have to come on a weekend, and the earlier the better, you know, try and get here as early as possible, get the first bus or get the taxi nice and early. And you can have it to yourself. It's always a lot better, these sorts of places, when you're peace and quiet and then no screaming kids. So anyway, enough of me rambling, I've done all my talking. Let's get started. I think someone might have hired a kayak though and got very, very lost. I think you've found a friend. There's so many strays around here, but once you stroke them, they don't seem to leave you alone. But all the strays seem to have a little tag in their ears. It's just having a little drink. Do you want to join us for the day, mister? You wanna come for a walk? You wanna come for a walk? Oh. Well, looks like we found ourselves a nice little local tour guide. You go on, show us the way. The only problem is with this tour guide is you have to stop every few minutes, don't you, for a little stroke. Come on then, come on. What we're going to call him? Jeff. Go on, Jeff. it's so cute how Jeff's just following us around. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself, the views, doesn't it? It's beautiful. And obviously, it's well worth coming nice and early. You know, maybe not 6 o'clock early, but 7, 8, 9 o'clock when it's nice and quiet. The sun's still rising just over there. So once the sun gets over there, it should light it up even more. It'll probably look nice and golden, shining off the rocks. So yeah, so I don't know if I said, but there's also like a cave at the end. So you can get a boat all the way to the end of the cave and then you can walk around the cave. But we'll probably just walk along to it. I don't know how far it is, maybe a few kilometres. And yeah, check out the cave, and then we might walk back to Skopje. So but yeah, we'll see. Well, looks like it's time for another little break. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Jeff's actually a girl, but she's called Jeff still. So we've just sat on that little bench for about half an hour, but beautiful little spot, so peaceful. But this is a lovely walk. It's just having this all to ourselves is insane. But yeah, it seems as though this path just carries on along this side of the canyon. But I think we're about a third of the way to the cave. We haven't really walked that far, so maybe like 4 kilometers or so. But yeah, so we'll carry on until we reach the cave and then we'll check that out. Should be cool. Wow, so I've just climbed up on this rock. Check that out for a view. And you can see the sun's just started poking through. Everything's lit up, nice and golden. Wow, well there you are. What a place. And I think, like I said, you know, having this whole place to ourselves is incredible, and having our own little fluffy tour guide as well. But it seems as though the canyon's sort of ended and it's sort of turned into mountains now. Yeah, covered in forest. I keep saying that, covered in forest. It's forest, not forest. Idiot. But as well, on the other side, I keep seeing like little huts and stuff. Don't know if anybody uses them though, but it's just gone past 9 o'clock there as well, and the first few boats just came along over that way. There's about 4 or 5, but for some reason they just seem to turn around there. But yeah, they're supposed to be going to the cave, which I don't think's far away, but yeah, it's what a place. I've said it about 5 times, you're probably sick of hearing it. But yeah, the sun's just starting to come out and it's pretty hot, so I've got the sun cream on. But yeah, it's opening up a bit more again. Got some of the mountains, but we're thinking about possibly walking back to Skopje, so we might do that, but then also we'll have to have some food, since I've had nothing all day and it was an early morning. So, and I've only had 1 hour sleep because someone who's on the bunk bed next to me comes in at 3 AM every night and snores his fucking head off. I'm gonna kill him. So I had 1 hour sleep last night, so yeah, I'll be a zombie later, I bet. dead end, so sort of crossed off. The path does continue, so we're gonna have a little wander along and see if we can get down to the water. But that first boat has just pulled up there, and you can see the people walking up. I'm guessing the entrance to the cave must be over that way, but it seems like we can't get across, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we're gonna have a little carry on that way, see what's there, and see if we can go for a little dip. And the dog, Jeff the tour guide, needs to cool down, I think, so let's have a little wander over here. So this little path does seem to carry on quite a way, but it's just sort of like loose rock really, and there's no sort of railing up, which is, I'm guessing, why it's been closed off. But there's no way into the water that way, someone said, so we're going to head all the way back where we came, and then hopefully find a little spot for a dip, because Jeff needs some cold water as well. So swim time. Unfortunately, our little tour guide's overheating and has decided to hide in the bushes. Oh, I'm gonna take a nap. Finally found a drink. Go on then. You're getting hot again. Oh, I think we're almost back now. There we are. Back to the start. So I've just had lunch. Now we're just going to find a spot just to chill out. But I think, lesson learned, even though the walk was beautiful, it probably, because there was like no end result for the hike, you know, if you do a hike, you want amazing views or like something like that, you know, but there's no way to get in the water, and like there was amazing views from the start, so it got a bit much. But so it probably is worth taking the boat and checking out the cave and stuff, and enjoying the canyon from the water would be nice. But you know, you could do both, I suppose. But anyway, time to chill out. Enough rambling and waffling, and time for a swim. Goodbye. Oh, I'm so tired. I just had a nap for an hour in the sun, but you can see this is like the Macedonian holiday park, isn't it? It's beautiful. It is a national holiday, so like I said, probably a little bit quieter any other weekday. Nice little spot to go for a dip or whatever. We're gonna get the bus back, but apparently the buses are a little bit unreliable. But I'll get the bus back and let you know how that goes. Should be okay. Yeah, it's definitely well worth coming here for a day out. I just missed it. It's definitely well worth coming here. Beautiful, beautiful place. Anyway, time for the bus. I'm exhausted. Oh, zombie. Bus time. Rightio, and we are finally back. So we just ended up getting a taxi back again. We paid 1,000 dinar, which is probably just less than 15 quid, £15, maybe just over 15 euros. But the traffic was so bad coming out of it, but it was a public holiday today. So the buses, when it's busy on the weekends and stuff, and there's loads of cars parked on the road leading up to the canyon, there's a lot of cars parked on the side of the road, so the bus sometimes stops earlier. So be wary of that. If you do get the bus and it's quite busy, you'll have to walk further down to get that back. But what I'll do is I'll link the website I used in the description, which was really helpful. That has all the bus times, all the information you'd need to know if you want to go to the canyon. So check that out. But anyway, cue the trailer for the next video. Let's go.